Hey YouTube, how you doing? This is video number 2 for the day. It's your boy Andrew again, actor, stuntman, performer, coach, and also YouTube personnel now. Okay, so this video I just want to touch on something real quick. Just go out and make a YouTube channel, okay? Everyone is making YouTube channels on anything and everything. And I made a video about a year ago on all these motivational YouTube channels and how they're like kind of overflowing and taking over the whole market, and people are really just getting consumed by it. But to be honest with you, do that if you want to do that, but also at the same time keep in mind, create a channel for yourself, create a channel about yourself, create a channel about you, because at the end of the day, the YouTube market is so vast and so huge, and the algorithm could pick up at any moment, and there could be somebody who has a similar story to yours that you could talk to them about, that they could relate to, and just that could be a connection that lasts forever. And there's billions of people on this planet, so you could easily connect with a large amount of people and build that community. For me, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that's out there, and thank you for supporting and just reaching out, and likes and the comments. I really appreciate it. Check out a lot of the videos I've posted, the nunchuck tutorial videos. Check out some other motivational videos. This is another motivational video too. I want you guys also to make these videos because there's got to be more human videos as well. I'm a huge fan of authentic, raw human video, and I think that you guys can provide that. And show me who you are. I'm Andrew Mirage. Mirage is kind of like a name. It's an adopted name, but I've never really done an introduction of whom I am and where I've come from. So I was born in Bartica, Guyana. I was an orphan, and I'll give you a little bit of the first chapter. You know, I was abandoned at birth. There was some complications. I had a brain aneurysm, and I have a little scar on the side of my head, and you know, I was just left out in South America. Like, they leave a lot of kids out in the forest when you really want to just get rid of them and just have them disappear and nobody know or find out anything. So I was one of those undocumented children. So that's how I came to. And by telling you guys this on YouTube, I'm letting you know that, like, you know, I came from something where it was very unfortunate, right? And I was very lucky that I had a lady at the Red Cross, a nurse from the Red Cross, passing by the village that I was orphaned at, and she heard my screams in the forest, because I was already like deep in there. You know, I was abandoned in the forest as a baby. So at that point, she walked up and she saw I was already like being like consumed by fire ants on my feet and my back, and you know, it was just already it was pretty bad. So I went back to the hospital again, and went through a screening process, and then my grandfather somehow ended up like running into me during like his government like passing buyings of all the orphanages he'll stop by, and we connected, and he really fell in love with my hair, and I guess this is the baby version of me, and that's how I came to be. And I got adopted and brought into Toronto, and I grew up in Toronto, and I pursued a life of film and media, and I fell in love with it at a young age through comics and cartoons. And this was all back in the early 80s. So things weren't posted, there weren't photos, there weren't like memories that people could cherish. There wasn't motivational centers, you know. So like my very first interpretation of North America when I first came here, I didn't understand what baby carriages were. I didn't understand what strollers were, or rockers, or pacifiers, or any of that stuff. I was like in an orphanage in the rainforest for 2.5 years at that point. And I really, honestly, like, I remember a lot about that orphanage, and a lot of people say you don't remember much in your youth, but in that time, that is like pretty much from birth until like the age of 2.5, I do have like very solid memories of that. And what I'm going at with this is that right there, I've just told you a story, and just like a little bit of just the first chapter of my life. I'm not going into the details of everything else, but that's just the first chapter, and it already showcases that there's a realism to that. There's no AI that could like reinterpret that or re-say it, right? There's no AI that could really, like, there's AI now that with this information that's out here that could take my story and kind of blend it into something else, you know. But at that orphanage that I was at, like, there was a lot of other kids. It wasn't just me, and I was very fortunate. There was probably like a few of us that got adopted away, but the rest of them, I don't know what happened to them. And I was from Bartuca, Guyana in 1983, and if anybody out there is from that similar orphanage out there, let me know. Like, it would be great to reconnect. And yeah, like, you know, right there, like, AI can't replicate that kind of motivation in life, right? So, and now in my 40s, I work in film, and I work in my dream jobs, and you know, things may not be always the most sound or stable at times, but they're a lot better than what they used to be 10 years ago, because I had the drive to pursue a dream, and I had the encouragement of my grandparents to give me the motivation to keep on moving through this life, right? Like, my adopted parents were really there. We'll just end it at that. But like, my grandparents really believed in me and like encouraged me and motivated me to be something bigger and better than I could have always been. And make sure you, like, when you're looking for the motivations in life, that you look back and reflect on the little things and the people that have sacrificed and reached out and helped. You know, there's a lot of people in my adult life that have helped me a lot. And pursuing this this dream in film has been very difficult. It's not easy. There's nothing easy about it. There's 9,999 no's, and you'd be lucky to get that one yes if you get screened for it, and that's just your first 10,000 attempts, right? So, you know, you just learn how to take and accept rejection. But to be honest, in this field that I'm in, I realized that my upbringing helped with the motivation and the drive to what I do. So sometimes when you look at your own life, look at your own upbringing and look at your own drive and your own motivation, because the stories and the chapters you come from matters, right? And that's going to tell, like, people exactly who you are, where you're from, why you do what you do, how you do what you do, and the details of your life. That's really what it is. Once people are intrigued and interested in that, they ask questions and they wonder, right? Like, I have a lot of people ask me, you know, how are you doing certain things? And that's the reason why I want to come out with this YouTube series. So yeah, be sure to check out all these videos that I'm coming out with. So when you go out there and you look at these motivational videos, it's really good to really consume it, but don't over consume it too much. Maybe have like about a few hours of it a day. And yeah, like the AI stuff, the AI voices could really get inside of you internally, because your brain disconnects from the disassociation of the lack of human empathy and connection through the vocal tonality and the expression. AI is getting a lot better, that is true, but at the end of the day, like, you can't have an authentic conversation with a human being, and you can't have a real conversation with a human being. And that's what it all really boils down to, is just that human connection, right? And I want you to have that human connection. I get that we're now moving into a society where a lot of people are now in their bubble and they don't really want to go into these giant social extravagant gatherings, and that's cool, you know. What happened in 2020 has really slowed down a lot of things, so you know that it's also shifted the momentum of how business and society runs now, and we're entering a whole new phase of, like, you know, a whole new world of things. So really keep in mind of all the motivational videos you consume, and the AI stuff is cool, but if too much of it will disassociate you from humankind, and that's something that when you go back and try to contribute all your knowledge and your skills and your value to, you're not going to be able to relate to another human being and connect with them, because they're going to be like, I don't understand what this person's talking about. So yeah, I just want to thank you again for your time and your patience, and I love you guys so much, and I really want to really push the idea of you guys, like, starting to document this YouTube series and starting to document everything in your life, because you never know, like, what if just you become famous and then people want to know, like, these little things about you. What were you doing? What were your struggles? Where were your coming ups? I'm gonna let you know my struggles right now, as I'm, like, in this adult life right now, is I'm trying to keep my car. I'm trying to keep everything I've got in my life, and I'm in a lot of despair, but you know, I'm using the YouTube platform to build my confidence and to build these videos to help motivate people that need that confidence, to know that you could be strong during times of great peril. Like, I don't want to go too much into details about, you know, my finances or my personal life, even though I kind of did a little bit in that, but that was used as an example to show you that human connection is important. Once again, like, I'd like you to write down any ideas or concepts you may have that may could possibly help out. And I'd like to connect with each and every one of you. Write your comments. Let me know what you're going through. Let me know your struggles and what kind of affirmations or what kind of like motivational videos do you use? And what kind of meditations do you partake in? I'd love to partake in it with you, and I'd love to even make videos about that in the future. And, you know, AI stuff isn't all that bad, but just keep in mind that consuming it could really just put you in disassociation and detachment state of mind. And you really want to connect with people, because at the end of the day, when you get on YouTube, and even though you're in your solo spaces and you're talking to people, you're going to be connecting with a very large network and a very worldwide web, right? So the psychologies of a starving artist: get motivated, consume all the content you can, be mindful of the human connection, and you've got this. Just start recording, press record, press play, whatever it is, wherever the location is. I believe in you. I love you so much, and I appreciate you and everybody that you cherish and everything you cherish. You belong here, you matter, and come make some YouTube videos with me, because YouTube is really pushing the solo and small creators, okay? So we really want to do this, and I really want to see you grow and be successful, even if it's more successful than me. Thank you so much. Tag me in your videos if you make them, and have a wonderful day. Be safe, be good. I love you so much. Take care. Namaste. You namaste?